What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and we've got some cool news stories and a bunch of questions. So let's just dive into the tech news. First, our first story is a deal of sorts. And if you've been wanting the Microsoft Surface Duo 2, which was a fairly expensive phone, I think it was what, $14.99 when it came out a few months ago, and now it has dropped $500. I don't know, probably not forever, but definitely right now. You can pick it up on Amazon. I have it linked down below. Check this out. You can get a Microsoft Surface Duo with 128 gigs of storage unlocked for $999.99. So this is a very interesting phone because it has two separate displays that can do two separate things at the same time. So you could be playing a game on one screen, going on a website or whatever on the other, and you can do them separately, watch a video, and you don't have to really worry about, is it big enough for me to see? Is it not? Because those screens are pretty big overall when you see them on each display. So I kind of like that factor of it. Now, I will admit, for me, it was hard to incorporate that into my daily life to use. I've said this before. Walking and holding that phone, it wasn't the most comfortable device to do it with. Also, when you use the back camera, you have to have it opened. You can't have it one screen open and close. It's kind of awkward. So keep that in mind. But if you've been waiting for this phone, you wanted a good deal on it, now is a great time to grab it. Next is a little heads up. If you have a Galaxy Z Fold 3 or Flip 3, or really almost any other Galaxy device, the April update is rolling out right now. I got it on mine. My wife got hers. We have the unlocked versions. So check it out. You probably have the update. It was like 300 megs. What did they add that was new? I didn't personally really see anything. I did notice my colors when I text people on the Google Messages app, Android Messages app, is a little bit different. The colors are flatter. They're a little bit more dull. I don't know if that was because they updated the app or it was a combination of the April update and that, but ultimately that's the only thing I noticed. Other than that, it's probably more just like a security update. Next is going to be all about the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and what I really want to happen, especially if the rumors that are coming out that the phone is going to potentially stay the same price as this phone at $17.99. I think Samsung really needs to go back into their bag of tricks, back to the original Galaxy Fold, and really knock it out of the park and really blow us away with something special, something more so than they ever done in the past couple of years. Because when you buy a flagship phone from Samsung, they generally take almost everything out of the box. The only thing in there is really, when it comes down to it, the phone and a charging cable and like a SIM card ejector tool and some pamphlets. That's it. It used to be you'd get a charger, you'd get earphones, you'd get this, you'd get that. You don't get that stuff anymore, and I think it's high time they go back, especially if the Z Fold 4 stays at the same price as this phone, even though the Z Fold 4 potentially will be getting S Pen, will be getting better cameras and better screen and better overall build and other things as well. Adding these other things at the end of the day probably won't add too much of a money loss to Samsung. So let's just talk about this, because again, this is what comes inside the box now. At least it did with the Z Fold 3. And I got this idea from Anthony. I thought it was a great idea, showing off, you literally get the phone, a charging cable, and a SIM card ejector. But when you got the Galaxy Z Fold 1, you literally got this. You got wireless earbuds, you got the Galaxy Buds, which are awesome buds. I mean, obviously you'd want the newer buds, whatever they want to give, the Pros 2 or whatever they have at the time of launch that are the newest. A case of some sort to protect your phone, the front and the back. A fast charger. It would be amazing if they throw in the 45 watt charger. Hell, I'll even take the 25 watt if they want, with a charging cable. I don't know if I need that adapter right there, which is the USB to USB-C. They could take that away from me. I don't really care. SIM card ejector, obviously. And then the phone. I mean, come on, this would be absolutely amazing. And for people that are looking to buy Samsung's most expensive premium phone, you want that premium experience. Hell, throw in a year of the Samsung Care as well, so people aren't worried about breaking their phones. And if you add Samsung Care Plus, you add in all the freebies, such as the earbuds and the charger and a case inside of the box. I think people would be absolutely thrilled. Now, what do I think the chances of this happening are? Probably slim to none, because most companies aren't most companies, Samsung included, are taking away from the user experience when they unbox the device instead of adding to it. So I don't think Samsung's gonna go turn around and be like, you know what, we want people to buy the Z Fold 4, so we're gonna throw in all these free gifts. But it's a good question. Would it make you buy the Z Fold 4 if they did throw in all those free gifts? I know they give us free gifts, but I'm talking inside the box that you don't have to go out and find on their website and worry about getting. It's literally when you buy the phone in the box. Let me know if that would entice you to buy it even more. With that said, let's jump into the Q&A portion of the video and drop that beat. First question of the day is from Jackson Berger. What do you not like about your Fold? I've kind of mentioned this a bunch of times. I don't like the front display. It's too small. Cameras are kind of wonky. Battery life, really bad. Beyond that, at least for me anyway, beyond that, I love almost everything else about it. Shajil Sazan said, do you think Samsung will launch their new buds around the Z Fold line later this year? Yes, they should be launching their new Galaxy Buds Pro 2s in August. Shazil Sazad says, do you know why Samsung won't launch the Z Fold 4 and Fold 4 with One UI 5 considering the beta is coming out as early as July? Why can't we see the One UI 5 at that time? I think it's really because it's probably not going to be fully ready and baked in, so they probably want to wait because that beta won't be completely ready, I would assume, until probably the end of fall going into winter. That's probably why. Calm Cool Collective says, how often times per day do you actually use the interior camera on the Z Fold 3? I really like the idea of an interrupted display on the under display camera. I actually use it a lot. I use it probably the most out of all my cameras on here. And that's only because I'm doing a lot of stupid selfie stuff with my son on Snapchat or just a quick selfie. I don't like the camera, but I use it the most in it because I live in this big display. Final question from Dave is, hey Greg, do you think the S23 will be the same size, 6.1 on the S20 as the S22, or will it have a bigger battery? I would assume it's probably going to be a lot of the same. I don't think they're going to make it bigger. I think they kind of want to differentiate from the Pro line, the Ultra line versus the Plus line versus the regular one. So I think it'll be small. I think it'll stay the same. And I would also guess the battery would be the same size. If not, if it's bigger, I would guess it's only gonna be about 100 milliamps. So there you guys go. That is your news for today. Have a great day. If you have a question, leave it in the comments down below with the word question, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.